Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time here, hi, my name is Patty and I am a Filipino American living in Germany. I originally started this channel to start a community online for people in their 20s to have a safe space where they can talk to each other about their current issues that they're going through. I also wanted to be part of that in sharing my own testament for certain questions that people might have, and so I still want to do that. Of course, I didn't know then that I was going to be going through this major life change, so I still do want my platform to be able to provide that safe space. I definitely encourage you to ask some questions down below, and I definitely would love to do a video about them in the future. And if you have any suggestions in general as well, I will definitely take that into consideration. So leave your comment down below. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Originally, I started a poll, I think 3 years ago now, almost, or maybe 2.5 years ago. I originally started a poll on Instagram. I also reached out to people as far as topics that they'd like to see or certain struggles that they're having as well. And so the one that I'm going to do today is from Yasmin. She actually used to be my resident while we were in college. I actually was a resident advisor throughout my college life, and it's a very big part of me right now post-college. I saw her question, and I think it would be relevant to a lot of you who I know it's graduation season. By the way, if you just graduated, congratulations, welcome to the adulthood club. It's a super exciting time for you, so comment below what your plans are after college, and if you don't have any plans, that's totally okay. I was on that boat as well, and then I started my journey, which I'll probably touch on in this video. Let's just go ahead and get started. Her question was, this is probably asking you directly, but I'm curious as to how does it feel to move to a new city, life after college, and what also to expect and not expect. I want to talk about life after college first. Life after college is definitely super different from what I ever pictured it to be. I know that a lot of people have things planned, whether that's continuing their higher education or going into a job right away. And also there's another group of people who are probably just figuring it out, and although you're graduating with a degree, you're kind of just like stuck in this question zone of like, what do I do with my degree? Is this even something that I want to continue or pursue even? I know that a lot of people, unfortunately, with the American education system, you're kind of just pushed to pick a major right away. And I know, please just set aside your comments for the end of the video, because this is not bashing on anything or anybody in particular. I'm talking about my experience. Just please just kind of leave the negativity out, because that's not the community that I want to create. So I was an immigrant myself. My family moved to the States about 13 years ago. For me, college was just that one way, that was the only path after high school. And so for me, I felt the pressure to not only go to college, but also pick a specialization in a field that I didn't really know of. I didn't have any influences coming into college about what is the right path for me to take. And I know that this is probably my lack of doing some research while in high school and everything like that. There's nobody to blame. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming myself even, because I think that whatever life brings you, you have the decision to make something of it. Anyway, I got through college and graduated with a bachelor's in information systems, and unfortunately I didn't really know much about internships either, so I didn't even do an internship until after I graduated. I interned for about 3 months or something like that. It was during the summer, maybe it was 2 months, but I definitely enjoyed it. It was actually in staffing, and that was how the industry got introduced to me. I had no idea about like the staffing industry at all, and I love the people that are there, but I didn't think that staffing would be for me, so I was like, nope, never again. After that internship ended, I continued to work at my university over the summer, saved up some money. I just made it a goal to basically travel around Europe because that's what people did. I saved up a couple of $1,000s over the summer and used that to get me through about 8 weeks of traveling. So after those 2 months were over, I basically had no home to return to but my mom's. I've called San Diego my home for the last 4 years, and so moving back home was a little bit weird. I originally went to Europe to find myself or just get some inspiration on what I wanted to do, but unfortunately I did not do that. I did find love though. I still had to go back to reality and basically job search once I got back, because as much as I love living with my mom and off of her, it just didn't feel right for the long run. So I made sure to apply everywhere, basically in the Bay Area. So I was very much lost, to say the least, while job searching. My funds were getting low, and so I was just like in freak out mode. And then my mom actually had this crazy idea to move to Seattle. My sister actually lives there, and so I was just, I guess, in a good place to really make that decision of saying, sure, like I'll move to this new city, find a job there, and try it out, because I already did that for college. So that experience for me alone of moving out to college and living on my own, or I guess independently away from home, made that decision to move to a new city as quickly as I did. 2 weeks later, I find myself packing up my car to move to Seattle. And then I kind of recalibrated my job search from the Bay Area market to the Seattle market. So like I said, I was still lost at this point. I had no idea what jobs to apply for. No clue. And so what I did is, instead of looking at the future me of what I wanted to be, so I looked back on what I liked and what I wish I could have had more time of. And so, like I said, being an RA, a resident advisor, really made me the person who I was at that point. I enjoyed the aspect of bringing people from different backgrounds and just kind of letting them mix and mingle, and being that guide for them throughout their freshman year experience. So I knew I liked that. And then 2, I also wished I had more time in my internship. In retrospect, at this point, I did like the staffing aspect as far as like being in HR. That's how I found my next job, with a staffing firm. I hope I'm making sense right now, but as you can probably tell, I did not have a cookie cutter recipe for life after college, and honestly I wouldn't have had it any other way, because if you think about it, everything that happened to me led to this very moment where I am at right now. I don't think I would have worked as hard as I did and learned some valuable life and career skills. Moving to her second question, which is, what is it like moving to a new city? Have you guys heard of the phrase Seattle freeze? That was so real. It was definitely hard to meet new people in the beginning. I did live with family for about 4 months of my time there. And so it wasn't really until I got out of that comfort zone and made some really big decisions, financial decisions, to really cut back on certain spendings and just saving money in order to afford to live in a house in Seattle. I do love budgeting. I haven't done it since I moved here yet, because I'm still getting a feel for how everything is here. And if you are interested in seeing that, please do let me know down below. I would love to share my methods with you all. Definitely living in a new city is hard, but you also have to put yourself out there in order for that to come back and for you to meet people. And I randomly picked this house with some girls I've never met before, which they turned out to be great. And actually, funny thing, a lot of the friends that I've made in Seattle are not originally from Seattle. So I know there's a lot of transplants there right now. I find that they are more open to meeting new people because, they're not from there, so that they're more open to learning about someone new. I also got on the app Bumble. they do have a feature called Bumble BFF, and so a lot of the time it didn't work for me. It worked for me once and I deleted the app after that, and honestly for me it's all about quality over quantity. It honestly took maybe 8 to 9 months for me to really find my core group of people. Let's be real, any type of relationship takes time to basically develop, and so I think at about that 7 to 9 month mark of knowing my new friends was when I felt comfortable and, you know, in being able to say, yes, these are my people. And also the friends that I made at work too made it a joy to continue working and to push myself harder career-wise, and I'm really happy to have found like a good Seattle family basically before I left. If the opportunity to live in Germany didn't come up, I think I'd still definitely be there. So yeah, I hope you guys found that helpful. As you can probably tell, my experience with both life after college and adulthood is not cookie cutter, straight on, like this is what you need to do, because I don't think life is gonna be like that. And so if there was one thing that I want you to take away from this video, is that if nothing goes as planned or as you pictured it to be, it's gonna be okay, and it's honestly just up to you of what to make with that new information or what have you that you get. Also just want to say that rejection is okay as you look for jobs after college, because I definitely got a lot of those, and so if anything, now that I look back on it, you know, I'm thankful that those companies didn't accept me, because I probably wouldn't be where I am today, both physically and just emotionally and personally, you know, as well. Again, give this a like if you like these sort of videos. I certainly want to create this community where we talk about real stuff. You know, I definitely want to make more videos beyond just travel videos, so please let me know if you do like this, and if you want to be part of this community, don't forget to subscribe after watching this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!